What if I told you there's a tree on this planet that you plant just once, and it gives you oil for the next 100 years? No drilling, no oil rigs, no pipelines. Just one tree, one seed in the ground, and a century of natural oil. This isn't science fiction. This isn't a fairy tale. This is a real tree. A tree that has existed on this earth for thousands of years. A tree that ancient civilizations depended on. A tree that fed armies, healed wounds, and powered machines. And yet, somehow, the modern world completely forgot about it. Today, I'm going to take you on a journey to rediscover this incredible tree. We'll explore what it is, where it grows, how it produces oil, what that oil can do, and why scientists and farmers around the world are now calling it the most important tree of the 21st century. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now, because we bring you the world's most fascinating forgotten knowledge every single week. Let's dive in. The tree we're talking about today is called Moringa oleifera. You might also know it by its other names: the drumstick tree, the horseradish tree, or most famously, the miracle tree. And that last name? It is not an exaggeration. Moringa is native to the foothills of the Himalayas in northwestern India and Pakistan. But over thousands of years, it spread across South Asia, Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbean. Today, it grows in over 90 countries around the world. For centuries, people in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Ethiopia, and Nigeria grew moringa in their backyards. They used every part of it: the leaves, seeds, pods, flowers, roots, and bark. But then came the 20th century. Petroleum oil took over the world. Synthetic chemicals replaced natural remedies. Supermarkets replaced backyard gardens. And slowly, quietly, this miracle tree was forgotten. But not anymore. Because right now, scientists, nutritionists, energy researchers, and farmers around the globe are rediscovering what our ancestors already knew. Moringa is one of the most powerful, most useful, and most generous trees on Earth. Now let's talk about the 100 years part, because that's what makes this tree truly extraordinary. Most oil-producing crops are annuals, meaning you plant them every year. Sunflowers, soybeans, canola. Every single year you have to till the land, plant new seeds, wait for the harvest, and start all over again. Moringa is different. Moringa is a perennial tree, meaning you plant it once and it keeps on giving year after year after year. A well-cared-for moringa tree can live between 80 to 100 years. Some documented trees in South Asia and Africa have been producing seeds for over a century. Think about that for a moment. One tree, planted today, producing oil seeds for the next 100 years. Your children will harvest from it. Your grandchildren will harvest from it. And your great-grandchildren might still be harvesting from the very same tree you planted today. This is not just farming, and this is legacy. And here's another remarkable thing. Moringa starts producing within just 6 to 8 months of planting. Most fruit trees take 5 to 10 years to mature. Moringa? Less than a year. Fast to start, long to last. That is the Moringa promise. Now let's get into the science. How exactly does this tree produce oil? The oil comes from the seeds of the moringa tree. The tree produces long, slender pods, sometimes called drumsticks because of their shape. Each pod is packed with round, walnut-sized seeds. And here's the incredible part. Each moringa seed is up to 40% pure oil by weight. That means if you take 100 grams of moringa seeds, you get roughly 40 grams of pure golden oil. Compare that to soybeans, which are only about 18% oil, or sunflower seeds, around 25% oil. Moringa blows them all out of the water. The oil extracted from moringa seeds is called Ben oil, named after behanic acid, one of its key components. It has been prized for thousands of years. Here's how the oil is extracted, step by step. Step 1. Harvest the pods. When the moringa pods turn brown and dry on the tree, they're ready to harvest. The pods are collected and cracked open to reveal the white, three-winged seeds inside. Step 2. Dry the seeds. The seeds are spread out in the sun for 2 to 3 days. This reduces moisture content and ensures maximum oil yield during pressing. Step 3. Shell the seeds. The outer black shell of the seed is removed. What remains is a small white kernel, and that kernel is where all the oil lives. Step 4. Cold press. The kernels are fed into a mechanical oil press. No heat is needed. The press squeezes the kernels with tremendous pressure, and out flows a beautiful, clear golden yellow oil with a mild, pleasant aroma. Step 5. Filter. The raw oil is passed through a fine cloth or filter to remove any remaining solid particles. And that's it. Pure moringa Ben oil, ready to use. Now let's talk numbers. One mature moringa tree produces approximately 2 to 3 kilograms of seeds per year. Every 5 kilograms of seeds yields about 1 liter of oil. On just 1 acre of land, you can plant around 3,000 moringa trees. That gives you potentially 600 to 900 liters of oil per year from a single acre for 100 years. The math is staggering. Here's where things get really exciting, because moringa oil isn't just oil. It is one of the most versatile natural substances ever discovered. Let me walk you through its major uses. Use number 1, cooking oil. Moringa oil has a light, neutral flavor, almost like olive oil, but milder. It has an extremely high smoke point of around 450 degrees, or 230, which makes it perfect for high heat cooking, frying, and sautéing. It doesn't break down or produce harmful compounds at high temperatures the way many vegetable oils do. It is also incredibly shelf-stable. Moringa oil can last up to 5 years without going rancid. Compare that to olive oil, which goes bad in 18 to 24 months. Use number 2, skincare. In the world of skincare, moringa oil is being called liquid gold. It is rich in oleic acid, the same fatty acid found in argan oil, which means it penetrates deep into the skin, moisturizes at a cellular level, and doesn't leave a greasy residue. It is packed with antioxidants, vitamins A, C, and E, that fight free radicals and slow down skin aging. It reduces wrinkles, it fades dark spots, it soothes eczema and psoriasis, it gives skin a natural, healthy glow. This is why luxury brands like L'Oreal, The Body Shop, and Kiehl's now use moringa oil in their premium products, and charge $50 to $150 a bottle for it. Use number 3, hair care. Moringa oil penetrates the scalp and hair follicles, strengthening the hair from the root. It eliminates dandruff, reduces hair fall, and leaves hair shiny, thick, and healthy. It's been used as a hair treatment in India and Pakistan for thousands of years, and modern science is now confirming exactly why it works so well. Use number 4, medicine. Moringa oil has powerful anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. Applied topically, it accelerates wound healing and prevents infection. When consumed, it helps reduce inflammation throughout the body, which is the root cause of dozens of chronic diseases, including arthritis, heart disease, and diabetes. Studies have shown that moringa oil helps lower cholesterol, regulate blood sugar, and reduce blood pressure. Use number 5, biodiesel, the fuel of the future. And now, the use that could literally change the world. Moringa oil can be converted into biodiesel, a clean, renewable fuel that works in standard diesel engines without any modifications. Researchers at universities across India, the Philippines, and Africa have tested moringa biodiesel and found it to be highly efficient, with lower emissions and better engine performance than petroleum diesel in some tests. Think about this. Millions of acres of barren, unused land sit idle across Asia and Africa. If those lands were planted with moringa trees, they could produce enough biodiesel to power entire nations, without importing a single barrel of petroleum. Now I have to talk about something beyond just the oil, because moringa is not just an oil tree. It is a complete nutrition system. The leaves of the moringa tree contain 7 times more vitamin C than oranges, 4 times more vitamin A than carrots, 4 times more calcium than milk, 2 times more protein than yogurt, 3 times more potassium than bananas, and 25 times more iron than spinach. One tree in your backyard can meet the nutritional needs of an entire family. In countries where malnutrition is a major problem, moringa has been called the answer to hunger. And the World Health Organization and UNICEF have funded programs to plant moringa in food-insecure regions, specifically because of its extraordinary nutritional profile. The dried leaves can be ground into a powder that is added to soups, smoothies, bread, and baby food. Just 1 teaspoon of moringa powder provides a significant portion of your daily vitamins and minerals. NASA, yes, the space agency, has studied moringa as a potential food source for long-duration space missions. When you need to feed astronauts with the smallest possible amount of weight in space, moringa's nutrient density makes it one of the best candidates on Earth. Moringa's story didn't start today, or even last century. This tree has been used by humans for at least 4,000 years. In ancient Egypt, moringa oil was placed in tombs alongside pharaohs, considered valuable enough to accompany royalty into the afterlife. Egyptian women used it to protect their skin from the harsh desert sun. The Romans and Greeks prized moringa oil for perfumes and cosmetics. Roman writer Pliny the Elder wrote about ben oil, extracted from moringa, as one of the finest oils available. During the Maurya Empire in ancient India, moringa was cultivated systematically. Historical texts note that over 8,000 soldiers were fed moringa leaves before battle to increase strength and reduce fatigue. In the Caribbean during the colonial era, moringa was used to lubricate delicate watch machinery, because, unlike petroleum oils, it doesn't gum up or deteriorate over time. This is how it earned the nickname watchmaker's oil. And in World War I and II, moringa oil was used by field medics to treat wounds when conventional medicine was scarce. This tree has been with us through empires and wars, through famines and plagues. And yet somehow, in the age of supermarkets and synthetic products, we forgot it existed. Here's the good news. The world is waking up again. In India, The states of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Karnataka have launched massive moringa farming programs. India is now the world's largest producer of moringa, exporting dried leaves, powder, and oil to Europe, the United States, and Japan. Indian moringa farmers are earning the equivalent of thousands of dollars per acre, far more than conventional crops. In the Philippines, the government declared moringa, locally called malunggay, a national superfood. Schools are required to include moringa in student meals. Community gardens are planted with moringa across the country. In Ethiopia and Kenya, NGOs and governments are planting moringa across semi-arid regions where conventional crops struggle to survive. The trees provide food, income, and shade, transforming barren land into productive farmland. In Europe and the United States, moringa has become one of the fastest growing segments in the health, food, and cosmetics industry. Moringa powder sells for $20 to $40 per kilogram in health stores. Moringa oil sells for $50 to $150 per liter in premium beauty shops. The global moringa market, valued at around $5 billion in 2022, is projected to reach $10 billion by 2030. The world forgot this tree. Now the world is paying a premium to rediscover it. Now, let's get practical. If you want to grow moringa yourself, here's everything you need to know. Climate. Moringa thrives in tropical and subtropical climates. It loves heat and can survive in temperatures between 25 degrees Celsius and 40 degrees Celsius. It can tolerate mild frost, but does not survive prolonged freezing temperatures. Soil. Moringa is remarkably unfussy about soil. It grows in sandy soil, clay soil, and even poor, depleted soil where other crops fail. The one thing it cannot tolerate is waterlogging. Make sure your soil has good drainage. Planting. You can grow moringa from seeds or from stem cuttings. Stem cuttings are faster. Cut a branch at least 45 centimeters long, let it dry for a few days, then plant it directly in the soil. From seeds, simply plant them 2 to 3 centimeters deep in moist soil. Germination happens within 5 to 12 days. Spacing for oil production, maximum seed yield. Space trees 3 to 5 meters apart to allow full canopy development. Watering. Water regularly for the first 2 to 3 months while the tree establishes its root system. Once established, moringa is highly drought tolerant and can survive on minimal water. First harvest. In just 6 to 8 months, your moringa tree will flower and produce its first pods. As the pods dry and turn brown on the tree, they're ready for seed harvest. Yield. A mature tree produces approximately 2 to 3 kilogram seeds per year. With 3,000 trees per acre and approximately 1 liter of oil per 5 kilo of seeds, 1 acre can yield 600 to 900 liters of oil annually. Let me step back and look at the big picture. Because this isn't just about one tree or one type of oil. This is about rethinking how we live on this planet. We live in a world facing 3 massive interconnected crises. The energy crisis. Fossil fuels are finite, polluting, and politically volatile. Nations spend trillions on oil imports, creating economic dependence and geopolitical conflicts. The food and nutrition crisis. Over 800 million people go to bed hungry every night. Hundreds of millions more suffer from malnutrition. Getting enough calories, but not enough essential nutrients. The environmental crisis, deforestation, soil degradation, and desertification are destroying the land's ability to support life. Moringa addresses all 3 crises simultaneously. It produces renewable biofuel. It provides extraordinary nutrition. It grows on barren land, actually improving soil health over time. It sequesters carbon. It requires minimal water. In a world desperately searching for sustainable solutions, this ancient, forgotten tree offers answers that cost almost nothing to implement. All we have to do is remember. So there you have it. The forgotten tree that produces oil for 100 years. A tree that fed pharaohs and fueled empires. A tree that can nourish your family, heal your body, and light your world. A tree that the modern world forgot, but cannot afford to ignore any longer. Moringa doesn't ask for much. A little land, a little water, a little patience, and in return, it gives you everything for 100 years. If this video opened your eyes to something new, please hit that like button right now. It helps more people discover this incredible knowledge. Share this video with someone who loves nature, farming, health, or sustainability. You might just change their life. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. We explore the world's most powerful, forgotten, and overlooked wonders every week. Drop a comment below and tell me, did you know about moringa before watching this video? I read every single comment, and I'd love to know what you think. Until next time, stay curious, stay grounded, and never stop exploring. See you in the next one.